Ymir, King of the Giants, has returned, and today we shall be conquering the rest of the wall. Today, the Night's Watch falls. So last time we assembled the giant army, we marched once and for all, and we have taken Castle Black from the Night's Watch. This now allows us easy access to the north now that we have conquered the gate. We don't have to keep sailing around the wall to Hardhome. And now we are left with two castles belonging to the Night's Watch. I don't know how we're going to take both of them out while also protecting our land. I think it was a bit foolish of us to pretend we could do this alone. We are going to need backup. We are going to need help from across the world. Who better, though, than if we travel into Castle Black, we can head to the tavern, and Benjen Stark is getting drunk. Maybe we can recruit him into our clan and get him to run Castle Black for us. By having a former soldier of the Night's Watch serve as Lord Commander of the Night's Watch for us, well, the newly reformed Night's Watch, we could put a stop to the enemy once and for all. That is, if he is willing to join us. Let's get right to business, my friend. We don't need to introduce each other. I could use you in my army. It will cost 3,000 gold, but that is a price I am willing to pay. There are two other wanderers in this tavern. One is a sir and the other is a shagger. I don't know if that's a nickname or his actual name. But we'll just leave those be. We don't want either one of those in our army. But now that we have recruited Benjen Stark, we can manage the town, we can assign a governor, and oh my god, look at all those buffs. Fair enough, my friend, but either way, you shall become the new Lord Commander of the newly reformed Night's Watch under command of Ymir, King of the Giants. But as good as it is to have Benjen Stark now in our clan, it's not gonna be enough. We need actual leaders that will free roam the world and protect our land. Having Benjen as a governor, he's only gonna protect Castle Black. So I must send a raven north for one of the most feared giants in the realm. Some of you may know who it is, some of you may not. I am talking about the one and only 1-1. As I said, we're going to send a raven. Once the raven arrives, we're going to try and recruit him into our army, and he is going to lead his own men. He's not going to serve under me. He shall be a dominant force. He shall run around the world and cave in the skulls of our enemies. While we are waiting for the raven to arrive, we shall heal and recover our wounded. We did lose a few giants in the battle, but overall it's not too bad. We still have 65. Oh no, the moment we had feared has arrived. Stannis Baratheon has agreed to leave Dragonstone and sails for Eastwatch by the Sea to aid the Night's Watch. This is not good. This is not good at all. Is he going to target us, or is he only going to target Mance Rayder? We'll have to find out when he arrives, but this is worrying news. Hold on a minute, I have just realised that after the event of Stannis sailing to Eastwatch by the Sea, the game just gave him my settlement. He now owns Eastwatch by the Sea. What is this? I have been robbed. Stannis Baratheon has assembled an army, sailed north, and robbed me. Ymir, King of the Giants, you dare cross my path? I will have my vengeance, Stannis. I swear. You will. Remember the name, Ymir. Well, it has been about a week or so since we sent the Raven to 1-1. I don't know what happened. Maybe the Raven got lost, but it has yet to arrive. If we take a look at the tab, we can see that it says a Raven has already been dispatched. I really don't know when it's due to arrive, but he was last seen at the Stony Sept, which is all the way to the south. I don't know what he's doing down there. If we track it for a moment and take a look, Why has 1-1 decided to go south of the wall and cross all of Westeros? I mean, fair play to the guy. He's quite the traveller, but he's no use to me all the way down near King's Landing. I don't know how long the Raven will take to arrive. Hopefully it won't be too much longer. But now that we have recovered and we're on full health and everything, I think it is time we march and take Nightfort. Especially now that we have since lost Eastwatch by the Sea, we need to expand our territory, and what better way than Nightfort? It is only down the road from Castle Black, so if the enemy launch a counter-attack, we don't have that far to travel. And at least Eastwatch right now is not an enemy of us. It may be owned by Stannis, it may be my former castle, but we are not at war for now. With that being said, I am gonna march. March to bring Nightfort under the command of the giants. Oh, and our Raven has just arrived. Okay, the timing, eh? 1-1, my friend. As we mentioned earlier, you are one of the mightiest giants. You are a true warrior. Join me. Join Ymir, king of the giants. If we unite forces, we can conquer this realm. He's going to want 28,000 gold. It is quite expensive, but it is a price I am willing to pay. We will now create a new party. We will set 1-1 to be commander of that party. And to be honest with you, I don't want to give him giants because we don't have many. But if I don't give him giants, he's probably going to get taken prisoner very soon. So we will give him 5. I'll round off my troops to a nice 60. And hopefully he can build an army quickly. But now that that is over and done with, we shall continue our march on Nightfort. And so it begins. The siege of Nightfort. The enemy have 400 defenders. If we wait a week, we can starve the garrison. By the time we build this camp, to be honest with you, a week would have most likely passed. So I think our best attempt is to starve the garrison. But while we're sieging this castle, the Night's Watch are already assembling an army to try and bring me down. And there we go, the battle has begun. 2 of the enemy lords have decided to attack us, along with the garrison sallying out. They believe they can put a stop to this siege, but to be honest with you, this has probably made it easier for us. By sallying out, we don't have to wait for them to starve. And also, I'm not too sure why they didn't just wait for the reinforcements. An additional 200 soldiers would have been great for them, but instead, they're going to attack in 2 smaller armies, which makes my life easier. But enough of that, it is time to head to the battlefield. Alright, hold your fire, giants. This terrain is a bit awkward. It's not great for us. The trees are covering the enemy. Trust us to spawn in an open field while the Night's Watch get all the protection they need. We are going to hold our fire. We're going to wait until we can see the enemy clearly, and then we will bring an end to their reign of tyranny. 1 man rides alone on a horse. I'm not too sure what they're trying to accomplish. They've already backed off. Okay. They must have seen me come in. And there they are. The army. Will they come out of the trees into the open? Or are they going to stay in the edge? It looks like they're coming out of the trees. In which case, we shall now open fire. That's it, men. I want volley after volley. Death after death. We bring an end to them today, men. I should probably move out of the way, otherwise I shall suffer friendly fire. We do have the bow, I forgot. We can assist the men in this attack. Did someone just throw an axe at me? You dare throw an axe at Ymir? That is it, men. It is time to charge. No man shall be left standing once we are done. And the battle is over. Apart from this little guy here, I don't know if he tried killing me, but my giants soon put a stop to that. And the rest of the enemy leaders have banded together and launched another attack. That is 220 soldiers that could have joined the garrison and they would have had an army of 500. But instead, the AI, not being the smartest, decided to split their forces and now they shall be punished for it. This time we have a nice open field. I don't have to hold fire. The men are going to start firing at the very beginning and we are going to bring an end to this army almost instantly. They are not even going to reach my front lines. Look at the power bar at the top of the screen. Watch as the enemy die. You started this, my friends. If you allowed us to travel south of the wall freely, it wouldn't have come to this. But instead, you were too stuck in your ways, thinking we were the enemy, and not realizing what the true enemy was to the north. And the battle is over. I didn't even have to move a single muscle. And now it is time to begin the siege of Nightfort. The siege camp has been built. The garrison was defeated when they decided to sally out from their walls. The enemy have 3 catapults and a ballista. It'll take us too long to build equipment of our own. So let's charge. But first, we have autosave. Bear with me for a moment, lads. And now, it is time to lead the assault. Alright, giants. It is time to attack. The enemy have siege equipment. They're going to be bombarding us with catapults, ballistas, arrows, anything they have in their arsenal. We have no choice but to just run at the walls. We're going to have to do the old-fashioned climb the ladders. If I whip out the bow, maybe I can provide cover fire. The more enemies we can take down before we enter, the easier it will be. Oh no, what have I done, lads? What have I told you to do? Alright, everyone, just charge. Ignore my commands. I'm pushing buttons when I shouldn't be. I'm hoping we're now out of the range of the catapults. At this angle, maybe they won't be able to hit us. One can hope, eh? As for the enemy archers, I'm trying to kill as many as I can. As I said, the more we can kill, the easier it will be to get inside. I would try and shoot the infantry, but I don't really have a great angle on them. Oh, he says as he just smacks a poor man in the head. I'm hoping we don't lose too many giants. The best case scenario for us right now would be that we can take these last 2 castles without losing too many giants, and then at the end of the battle, once we have defeated the Night's Watch once and for all, we can do a mass recruitment run and we can get a giant army of giants. We should build up all of our gold, and thankfully having Benjamin Stark as a governor is great. He set up caravan trading routes and we're earning a profit each day. So as long as I continue to build my gold stocks, soon we will have an army that will be feared across all of Westeros. And I believe the battle is pretty much over. We have defeated majority of the enemy. The remains of them won't last much longer. What's going on in here, lads? Is there someone hiding away that you're trying to club? I see the man. There we go. It looked like the giants were having some difficulty, so I had to help them out a little bit. Well, we are done here. The battle is over. Well, we have recovered from our battle wounds. We returned back to Castle Black. We sold all of the battle loot and all of the prisoners that we had gathered from those 3 battles that we just completed. And now we have 250,000 gold. If we take a look here, it turns out conquering Nightfort was actually a great idea because it's actually quite a profitable region. One of the villages, Northcliff, generates 400 gold. Snowwood generates nearly 370. The castle itself is an extra 200 gold. So overall, not bad. Not bad at all. In terms of our garrison wages right now are very low. If we take a look at our 2 garrisons, what I have done is I have put a giant in each garrison, and now I'm hoping that the auto recruitment will build that up. We don't exactly have a lot of men to spare right now. We did lose 1 giant in the battle, so that's why we're down to 57. 2 for the garrison and 1 sadly died. 1-1 is building his army nicely. He now has 117 soldiers in his army. Although, as you can see, 87 of those are recruits. So even though he has the soldiers, they're not exactly battle-hardened warriors. Although that being said, he only has 2 elder giants. What happened to the other giants I gave you, my friend? Have you been battling the enemy? I assume he has. Fair play to the guy. I mean, that is why we did recruit him. I mean, his whole purpose is to cave in the skulls of our enemies. But enough of that. What we are going to do now is we are going to do a final march against the Night's Watch. We are going to take Shadow Tower from them. And by this being their last region, hopefully after we take this, the Kingdom of the Night's Watch will be no more. They shall disband into separate clans, which makes it much more manageable for me. And then we will head north and we will spend all of this gold massing an army of giants. So enough of the rambling, it is time for the giants to march once more. Well, this was not the welcome I was expecting. As we got near Shadow Tower, it turns out almost every single Night's Watch leader must have been hiding inside. We have 12 leaders that have rallied out to take us down. Some of them only have 9 soldiers, some of them have about 50. Overall, there's nearly 400 of them. Fair play, guys, fair play. As I said, I was not expecting this kind of welcome. It is the final stand of the Night's Watch. We defeat this army and we have defeated pretty much every enemy lord. And then we shall conquer their remaining land. And to top it all off, we have been given the high ground. You fools, what have you done? I am going to tell the men to shimmy forward a little bit. Some of the guys are too far back on the mound. We want to be nice and angled so we can shoot over each other's heads. And as soon as the enemy appear over their side, we shall put a stop to them once and for all. Right now it's just some cavalry. I'm not too concerned about that. And there's the infantry. Alright, men. Fire at will. I want volley after volley. Bring the enemy down once and for all. The cavalry is distracting some of our soldiers, it seems. Joe Mormont just took a club to the head. Only 10 damage. Well, I think the battle is pretty much over. I don't hear the giants firing as much, which can only mean that majority of the enemy are dead. And I think we're done. And now we turn our attention to the castle. Nearly 500 defenders, a week's worth of food. Should we starve the garrison? I'm not too sure. We'll have to just see how it goes, I think. And the garrison has sallied out to attack us. You fools. What have you done? You have just guaranteed your death. It is a nice open field, so we don't need to hold our fire. I mean, this is one of those battles that is going to be over in about 2 seconds. I don't need to lift a finger. And then we can just focus on taking down the militia. Come on, lads. I thought we'd be done in about 10 seconds. How long has it been? 45 seconds? Shameful behavior. Can we get done in under a minute? 58 seconds. Not bad. Not bad at all. It is time to begin the final attack. The enemy with 4 catapults. The giants with nothing. I mean, at this point, at least we're consistent, eh? Consistently crap. Maybe if we leveled up our engineering skill, we might be able to build things faster. But when you're running around with only 60 soldiers, it just takes so long. For enough of that, we are going to march. We are going to attack the castle. We are going to bring down this militia at 250. And hopefully, the Night's Watch will officially disband once we're done. You know what needs to be done, men. Brace for impact, giants! I'm just waiting for one of the giants to catch like a catapult rock and just throw it back at them. The giants have already started climbing. The enemy are making their final stand. That catapult has a good angle on us. I didn't expect it to hit us from here, to be honest with you. But apparently it can, so we need to be careful. As for all of the archers, they don't really seem to be doing an awful lot. Maybe if I go in first person, I can assist the men easier. Maybe we can kill the odd infantry. We are getting in this castle one way or another. You cannot keep the giants out forever. Archery in first person's like having aim hacks. It's so much easier. Right. I wonder, can the giant club smash through the gate, or do we need a ram? I'm chipping away at the gate, but by the time I get through, the men will probably have already cleared out the castle. So we won't bother with that. I might climb the ladders on the other side. We have made it to the other set of ladders. I don't know if the enemy are bothering to defend this side of the wall, or whether they have all rotated to the side that my giants are on. I think I just saw 1 or 2 up here. So there are... Oh, don't you dare, my friend. Don't you... No, no, no! Oh, there we go. Our weight managed to pin the ladder down. You are not pushing me off this wall today, my friend. And we're in. It is time to clobber. The enemies won't know what hit them. It's hard enough to hit the enemy when they're shorter than me, so we probably shouldn't fight on the stairs. And well, I think it is pretty much over. There are only a handful of enemies remaining. We are gonna kill whoever's left. And we're done. We have accomplished our goal. We have defeated the Night's Watch. The Night's Watch has been destroyed. All of the clans have split into their individual clans and have declared war on me. I don't know how well that's gonna go. We are gonna show mercy. We're gonna manage the garrison, and I am gonna drop off one giant. If we take a look at our other garrisons, you can see that they're slowly starting to build now. It is going to take a while before they actually have a good amount of defenders that can make a final stand, but at least we know it is climbing. But now that we have defeated the Night's Watch, we have conquered the majority of the wall. I can't say we've conquered it all because of the setback by Stannis. But I think what our next goal will be, we will set up the kingdom. We will officially become the kingdom of the giants. We are going to sell all of the battle loot. We're going to see how much gold we have. And then we're going to go north to Then. Once we arrive at Then, we can spend all of that gold on additional giants. And we should have about 80, 90 giants, which will be great. Once we have done that, we will have to send ravens across the realm. We will have to get in touch with any clan that we can and see if they're willing to join our newly formed kingdom. Are there any Night's Watch clans you would like to see me attempt to recruit? Maybe we send a raven to Jor and settle our differences, or maybe we send a raven to Jon Snow. He has a thing for the free folk, so maybe he will join the giants. We're just going to have to wait and see, but that will be the goal. Start a kingdom, expand the kingdom, and then, for our final target, we have been hit by the autosave again. Damn autosave interrupting my monologuing. Whereas for our final target, we will march on Winterfell. We will take it from the Boltons and we will turn it into the stronghold of the giants. But before we can do that, we may have to deal with Stannis and remove him from the wall. After all, that was our first original goal. We wanted the wall for ourselves. But that is going to be it for this part of the Giant series. And as always, a big thank you to the Gwaggles members for your continued support. And if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe, and until next time, see ya.